Hey, hello, here we are again with a new video, and in this video I want to show you something more about the connection between a fly line and the leader. I think that 80% of all the fly fishermen are using a loop on their fly line, and it might be a loop that's already on the fly line that you buy, a type of loop that you glue on, and then you have a loop on your leader material connected with, as they call it, the loop-in-loop connection. That's a very simple connection that works great, like this. Here you have the loop-in-loop connection. I think that most of the fly fishermen are using. I always create a kind of a shock absorber by twisting the leader material like this, and then the moment that you reach the maximum strength of your leader or your fly line, there's always a kind of elasticity, so it doesn't break immediately. The big advantage of a connection like this is that you can easily change the type of leader, or a simple tie a new one on it. But the main problem I have with this type of connection is that I use extreme long leaders, as you know, with the technique I created for pike fly fishing. And the moment there's a pike on my line and I want to fish it in, a connection like this simply doesn't run very smooth through all the guides of my fly rod. And the moment that pike is almost near my belly boat and takes another run, there's a big risk, because it doesn't run smooth and actually it can damage through the guides of your fly rod. And the moment when I started this new technique I'm using, within a few weeks I noticed that there must be another solution for a leader fly line connection that runs smoothly through the guides of my fly rod. So I came up with the type of connection where you glue in the leader material in your fly line, like this. I posted a video on my YouTube channel a few months ago to show you how this connection can be made. Actually, it's very simple. You have your fly line, you create some space with a needle in the center, the braided center of your fly line. Excuse me. Like this. You push in the needle for about 3.5 or 4 centimeters. Take it out, take a little bit thicker needle. Same procedure. Then you take your leader material, after you pulled out the needle, push it in place, and it has to be about 3.5 centimeters. With a marker you create a spot so you can check if it's glued in far enough. Then make the tip of the leader a little bit rough with sandpaper. Glue it in, push it in place, roll it in between your fingers for about 20 seconds, and then you have a connection that runs very smoothly through the guides of your fly rod, and that's very, very, very strong. Actually, you don't lose any strength of the maximum capacity of your leader and your fly line. This is 100% strong connection. But after I posted that video, some people came up with a comment that they were not able to glue in it just like I did, and they don't reach the maximum strength. They can easily pull it out. And I made a remark in a later video about the type of fly line you're using, because I'm always using this type of braided fly lines with a PVC coating. But there are several types of fly lines on the market. Next to these PVC fly lines, there are also polyurethane fly lines, and there are all kinds of hybrid fly lines on the market. And the main problem with these type of fly lines, these polyurethane and these hybrid lines, is that the moment you pull in your needle push in your needle and pull it out again, the recovery, the elasticity of those polyurethane or hybrid fly lines, they actually close very, very fast. So the moment you try to glue in your leader material, it's already closed again. So you can't pull your leader in place. And next to that, cyanoacrylate or superglue doesn't adhere on these on these polyurethane or hybrid coating materials. So I thought about that and came up with another solution, and that's what I want to show you today. In the previous video I showed you that you can, with a standard needle, you can easily push in the needle in the braided core of the fly line like this. And the moment you're in for about 3.5 or 4 centimeters, you pull it out, take a thicker needle, create some extra space, and then glue in the leader material. To make it easier and to make it also suitable for these these polyurethane and hybrid fly lines, we do exactly the same with the standard needle, but we don't use a thicker one. Push it in for 3.5 centimeters or 4 centimeters. And the main difference is that in this case we can push the needle through the coating of the fly line like this. Just like that. Now we take the leader material you want to glue in. This one doesn't matter. Pull the needle through the coating of the fly line and take the leader with it, just like that. So what we have now is this is the leader material that goes through your streamer, and here we have the end of the leader material. So we cut off this damaged part where the needle has been, and now we are going to sand, let's say about 1 centimeter or 1.5 centimeter of tip of the fluorocarbon leader to make it a little bit rough, which create a better adhesion for your super glue, like that. And now we are going to take some super glue, put it on the tip of that fluorocarbon leader, like that. Always careful with the super glue. And now we are going to pull it in place like that. Roll it between your fingers for another 20 seconds or something. You can see that the tip of the leader material is on the outside of the coating of the fly line. Take a nail cutter and cut it off like that. That's it. And this is a very, very, very strong connection that can be made within 2 minutes. Runs very, very smoothly through the guides of your fly rod. Doesn't give any hiccups. And for me this is the ideal connection next to the other technique I showed you in the previous video, where you can see that you can easily glue it in by creating some space, but that doesn't work for polyurethane and hybrid coatings of your fly line. And next to that, if you have problems getting that leader in place with the super glue, push the needle through the coating of your fly line and do it the opposite way. Glue in the end of your leader and do it like this. As you can see, it's absolutely very, very smooth. It's 100% strength. You don't lose anything at all. Super glue has to cure for a few extra hours before it reaches its maximum strength, but in this case it can be used immediately. That's it. Wish you a lot of success with it, and catch the croc.